babu wani kama da kai, ai babu wani.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to yet another edition of Africa's Realities. As usual, my name is Mr. Johnson Yakubu Sani, and I'm out again with another video. Today, I want to talk about a very trending issue happening in Nigeria now, especially in southwestern Nigeria, and it is the introduction of Sharia law in the southwest of Nigeria. But before we go forward with this video, I want you to subscribe and turn up the notification bell so that whenever I drop a video, you get to be amongst the first to watch. And I want to thank my returning subscribers, because whenever I drop a video, you guys are always keeping faith to view, and I say thank you very much. Now, without further ado, let's go into the discussion of today. So today, I'm going to talk about the imminent, or is it going to happen, or it's not going to happen, we don't know, but the introduction of Sharia law in Yoruba land. Now, we all know that the Yoruba people are one of the most united people in Nigeria, because the Yoruba, they don't have division. They don't have division amongst themselves. They are not divided by ethnicity, because we all know that even though they are one Yoruba, there are different dialects within them, and they are not divided by ethnicity, and they are also not divided. No, they are one ethnicity, so they are not divided by their tongue, and they are also, most importantly, they are not divided by religion. They are one homogeneous people that are not divided. But we don't know what is happening now. They want to throw the Hausa North, the way of the Hausa North. What we know has come and divided the North and separated the North and brought hatred in the North is what has been transferred to the Yoruba land. And the Yorubas, I mean, some of the Hausas, there's a video I'm going to play where you find out the Hausas, especially the key person who has introduced Sharia in Nigeria, who said he's going to make sure that the entirety of Nigeria are under Sharia law before he rests. And this is what is happening now, what is playing now. Now, before we go further, I want you to watch this video. Just watch this video about Sharia law in Nigeria, and also without Nigeria, within Nigeria and without Nigeria. But let's watch this short video. When we come back, we're going to analyze, and I'm going to talk about some things that I think the Yoruba should beware. They should beware. But let's watch this video. When we come back, we'll analyze.
At first glance, it's just another ordinary surgical procedure. But this is a perfectly healthy man about to have his hand amputated. A convicted cattle thief, he's the first person to be punished under Islamic or Sharia law, now sweeping across the Muslim north of Nigeria.
We are telling people that, look, this is what God said in his law, and whoever dares to commit offenses against God and against humanity will receive that punishment.
Later in recovery, the hapless thief begins a second sentence, learning how to cope with a lifelong disfigurement. But there's much more at stake than just medieval forms of punishment. Sharia now threatens to dismember a nation divided between Muslim North and largely Christian South. It's not a story Nigerian authorities want told. They fear the growing popularity of this man, the governor of Zamfara state, who's risen from obscurity to lead this Islamic revival. 7 other Muslim states have now heeded his call. He says he won't stop until all Nigeria is under Sharia rule. Do you think Nigeria should become a Sharia nation?
That is my ambition, and that is the ambition of every Muslim in this country.
The legal system in Nigeria is based on British law. But for the last 7 years, some northern states with a Muslim majority have introduced Sharia law to run alongside it.
So this is the state capital of Zamfara, where Sharia was first introduced. You cannot separate Sharia from Islam. You cannot separate Islam from Sharia. It is one single thing.
The introduction of Sharia to Nigeria in 2001 split previously integrated communities. Christians clashed bitterly with Muslims. Opponents of Sharia were frightened by stories from Saudi Arabia and Iran of men and women brutally beaten or stoned to death.
These people have gathered to witness the flogging or beating of several men and a woman accused of violating Sharia or Islamic law. Aceh is Indonesia's only province where this happens. Most of the witnesses here are men. Flogging is mostly done on men by men. But it's becoming more common to see women floggers being appointed by the police to discipline young women for crimes against morality. This young woman, whose identity is hidden, was accused of hanging out with a man who is not her husband, a crime under the Sharia law.
Now you're welcome back. Now you've watched this video, just a little clip. It's actually from 3 different videos that I just cut some few clips to make it one video. Now, I want to start by saying the Constitution of Nigeria says Nigeria is a secular state, because Nigeria cannot be a country that belongs to one religion, because we are a multi-religious country. We have a lot of Muslims, we have a lot of Christians, we have a lot of atheists, and we have a lot of traditional religious believers. So we are multi-religious, and that is why our Constitution says that we are a secular state. And a secular state entails that we get to form our laws through or via science, arts, and through educational field. The educational field that we have gone to the university to study, and that is how we get our laws. And our laws are subject to changes. When there are laws of the land and the laws are not favoring the land, you go to the National Assembly, you go to the State Assembly, and then you amend, so that the law can accommodate everything and accommodate every person. And these are the laws that are happening in Nigeria. We don't have laws that are being taken from scriptures. Now, I know it's easier for the Christian faith, because in the Old Testament there are a lot of laws of how we can live as Christians, things we must do, of judgment when you do this, when you do that. The Old Testament. But since the coming of Jesus Christ, he said, leave the law to the government. Give the government what is government. Give Caesar what is Caesar. And give God what is God. So any physical thing, any natural thing, Jesus is not bothered about it. Let the natural thing take care. But spiritual thing is what Jesus is concerned. But we all know Islamic is more about the spiritual and the natural things. All are controlled by laws and everything. But in a country that is multi-religious, it's no good for a religion to go to the religious books and bring out law that will guide the society. It's going to be chaos. Let's say we go to the Bible and we begin to look at the Bible to bring out the laws that will take care of Nigeria. It's going to bring chaos. And that is why we leave laws to the National Assembly. They panel B, they bring this law, they panel B, they change that law, they change whatever laws, so that we can live in harmony. Now, one of the key things that Yoruba should beware is that this introduction of Sharia law is going to bring the disintegration of Yoruba, and is going to bring the division in Yoruba land. And if the Yoruba are divided, then their strength as one Yoruba people, one Yoruba nation will be weakened. Do you know that before? Let me tell you people the truth. Before, the real people, when you talk of Nigeria, you talk of Hausa people. Especially right from during when Sardauna was the premier of the North, he embraced everybody. And like we are one North. We used to be one North. We are no longer one North. There's never one North. But then, when Sardauna was there, before he was killed in the first coup, we were one North. Now, these are the things that has petitioned us as Northerners now, that we are no longer one North. I remember when I was growing up in Kaduna State. In every district of Kaduna Town, I'm not even talking about the state, let's talk about Kaduna Town. In all the districts in Kaduna Town, in Kaduna City, in all the small towns within Kaduna City, we are living together, Muslim, Christian, everybody. We were living together. You see a Muslim's house, a Christian house, a Yoruba man, a Hausa man, a Igbo man, and everybody in all the districts and all the towns that make up the Kaduna City. But today, if you go to Kaduna City, you see this side are for Muslims, this side are for Christians. Why? Is because one says he's going to bring laws that will govern Kaduna State from his holy book. And the other one says, no, we don't have to get laws from the holy book. We should get laws from science, from the government we read, from the economics we read, from the chemistry and whatever, and from the fields of study. Why I say science? I am calling science because a lot of people say, why am I calling science? Because there is the social science. And social science, we should get law from our social science. And from our art and our daily living, we should bring laws that will govern us, because we are heterogeneous, we are not homogeneous. So we have to bring laws that like we think and discuss, and we bring laws. And it has to be laws that are subject to changes. It cannot be laws that are static, laws that are written like 1,500 years ago, that are static, that are not subject to change. Must be laws that will be introduced to rule continuously. No, it won't work well for a heterogeneous society. And it will bring chaos and division. The way Kaduna is well divided. Kaduna City is divided within north and south. There's inside Kaduna City, we have Kaduna North local government and we have Kaduna South local government within Kaduna City. And Muslims are living in Kaduna North local government, and Christians are living in Kaduna South local government within one city because of this Sharia law. Before Sharia law, there used to be crisis, but we were still integrated and living together. It was after Sharia law was introduced to Kaduna that we now share the town into two. This is Muslim area and this is Christian area. Now, these are the things that you want to bring in Yoruba land. And Yoruba land, you people should beware. You should beware. Now, some of the ills of this Sharia law, like we watched in that video, is the same thing that the Sharia law, which has come and divided the north, which has come and bring enmity between us, is the same thing that will play in the south. Can you believe that if somebody who will go and break into your house and steal a chicken, they will bring him forward, they will keep his hand, and they will machete his hand, and they will disable him for life. While a politician who will steal billions, they will do nothing to him. These are the laws we want. Laws that will be flogging people, laws that, these are archaic laws. Sorry, I'm not trying to talk to bash or to tarnish somebody's religion, but these are archaic. They were given many years ago, and they had to do with the traditions of that time. And modernity has changed. Generations have changed, and modernity has come. And so these laws cannot go with modernity, except you want to go and live in the barbaric age. You cut people's hand, you stone people to death, you flog people, come on. Is that a civilized Yoruba nation? Is that what they will invite within them? Because Northerners have sworn that they must make sure it has gone all over the country, and now Yoruba are the one bringing it into the south. Don't fall into this. Don't fall into this trap. I am telling you. You see, it started with this Muslim and Muslim ticket. Now it has gone to introduction of Sharia. Now we are validating Nnamdi Kanu because he predicted all these things, that these are what will play out, and it's now being played out. So when we now accuse IPOB for bringing insurgency, maybe we will accuse them because maybe they are able to forecast the future, because what some of the things they are seeing are playing out. And when Christians say Nigeria is going to be Islamized, when Christians say Nigeria is on the verge of being Islamized, the Muslims say no. But when one religion is allowed to go to these scriptures and bring laws to incorporate the laws into the laws of the land, and the other religion cannot go into its scriptures and bring laws to incorporate into the laws of the land, it means one religion is taking over, is spearheading and superseding, and very soon we are going to be Islamized. Now, if you say Nigeria is not on the road of Islamization, every country of the world that are practicing Sharia law are called Islamic countries. They are called Islamic countries. They have declared to the world that they are Islamic countries, that they are not secular countries. They are Islamic countries. And because they are not secular countries, they are Islamic countries, so they will go with Islamic laws and not common law or the secular laws. So Nigeria, what are we? Are we an Islamic country or are we a secular country? We cannot be confused. We have to be one. We can't be confused. We have to be one. It's not our fault that the British came and colonized us, but we all agreed with the British that they gave us independence, and we go with the system of government they've given us that we were ruled under. If there are people who didn't want to go with the rule, they will have gone their way. Now, let me tell you something. In India was the largest country of the world when the British was colonizing India. I mean, the largest in terms of population and everything. Because India and Pakistan are one nation. There's another nation, I forgot the name. No, it's not Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is down. Bangladesh. India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, they are one nation. But at independence, the Pakistanis say they are Muslims. They don't want to be with Hindu, and they want to be an Islamic country. And that is how they were given independence alone, because they want to have their Islamic laws and their Sharia, and they were given independence alone. But we in Nigeria, we now agree to be together as one nation. So there is no way we can have laws taken from Holy Book to go as laws of the land, to be incorporated into the laws of the land. We have to be careful. So my message to Yoruba people, they should reject this. They should remain secular. They should think, and Yoruba Muslims, you people should not just think of yourselves. Think of the Christians and the traditionalists and everybody amongst you, because you are going to affect them. You are going to affect them. Let me ask the Yoruba Muslims, if you bring Sharia law into Yoruba land now, what will you do with a Yoruba Christian that is rearing pigs? Are you going to stop his right to rear pig, or are you going to kill his pig because his pig has strolled into your area? Are you seeing the chaos you are going to bring to yourselves? Are you seeing the war that you're trying to bring to yourself? Instead of you that say, I don't want to eat pig, you stay on your own. The person that say he wants to eat pig, he's on his own. Now you want to bring law that suits you that don't want to eat pig, and it's going to affect the person that eats pig. Or let's say the Yoruba people that drink beer amongst you people, what are you going to do about them? So, what do you do with the people that drink beer? Are you going to ban beer like it's being banned in Kano because of Sharia? What are you going to do with these people? This is invitation to chaos. And if Yoruba are divided, then your strength is gone. I am not a Yoruba man. I've always liked Yoruba. Me, I don't know why. No, I always prefer Yoruba way of doing things than I see Hausa and Igbo. That is for me. But everybody is my friend. I just prefer Yoruba because I just see that they are more accommodating. There's a video I'm going to do one day, and I'll bring my proof why I believe Yoruba are more accommodating than Hausa and than Igbos. But that is my own opinion. I have right to my own opinion, and it has to do with my own experience with everybody. But what am I trying to say? If you allow divisions into your land, if you allow division into your land, that is the end of you. Well, please subscribe and ring the notification bell until when I come your way with another video. My name is Mr. Johnson Akubusani. Remain blessed.